Hello, 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 and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, an extra special welcome because I'm about to blow your mind. And if you're coming back, welcome, Soul Fam. My name's Sabrina Riccio, and I'm here to help you activate your legacy. And it's been a minute since I've recorded a video, but truth be told, it was time for me to record this because I don't know how you've been feeling during this month of August, but it has been a wild ride since day one of this month for me. I'm coming up to 12 years next week since Bud and I were struck by lightning. There's so many shifts and changes happening. I started a new career. If you want to subscribe to my real estate channel, check out Just Sold by Sabrina. I'm really excited to be sharing not only properties that I'm selling, but more and more insights about real estate because I want to help guide you to your dream home. And I want to bring awareness around, I'm so tired of hearing millennials saying, I'll never be able to afford a house in my lifetime. We're going to break all those limitations together. So I'm really excited to be starting a new channel over there. So you can check out at the link in the description to start following me. I'd really appreciate that. I haven't gotten it going yet, but I'm working on it. But I'm really excited. But enough of that. I wanted to come on today to talk about why I believe the energies have been so gnarly. I mean, we've had a really powerful Lionsgate. We had the 888 portal happening, and we're having it 3 times because we have it on 8/8/2024, which adds to 8. Then we had it on 8/17/2024. 1 plus 7 is 8. And we're going to have it again on the 26th of August. We're the third one. So this has just been a huge time of abundance activation. And with that comes the big thing that maybe you're aware or maybe you're not. But as of the 21st of August, we have completed a 7-year cycle from the 2017 total eclipse that happened. I don't know about you, but that was like one of the wildest days of my life. I mean, definitely was hanging out with some psychedelics at a festival, and I just taught in front of like 500 people at Total Eclipse at the Oregon's Eclipse that I went to. It was profound. I did sound healing and Kundalini class, and yeah, just the Total Solar Eclipse festival that was there in Oregon. And I was working with psilocybin, and my twin flame came through, but I heard a loud voice saying, "Not yet." And the last 7 years, I know for me, has been hell. If you've been witnessing my journey of navigating and overcoming seizures naturally, I'll add that link of if you want to listen to that podcast episode that I had of how, I've been proving to my doctors that I could heal naturally by healing my hormones and really working a lot through inner child healing work and healing the mother wound that I've been navigating through. So for me, this 7-year cycle has been a doozy of like purging out false light, coming into my truth, navigating through seizures, living here in Joshua Tree. And I swear my house is on a vortex portal as it is. But, enough of me. I want to talk about why this is so powerful for us to really address and to honor this completion of a 7-year cycle that we've had. So again, I mean, I don't know about you, but this journey has been wild. I mean, we've got 5 planets going retrograde. We've had really intense aspects happening, the 888 portal, and it's just all the feels. Am I right or am I right? Like this has been a doozy, but the truth is we're anchoring in the Aquarian Age. We have to come face to face with what's no longer working so that, we can release these old, outdated systems and make space for the Aquarian Age, the golden age to land, to be our new reality. And we can't take what's no longer resonating with us, with where we're going, it's not sustained. It can't be sustained. So as we dive in, I just want to first talk about, the importance of these 7-year cycles and why they matter, and a little bit about, what happened during the 2017 total eclipse and what that really brought forth, and a lot about what's to come, like how can we really make the most of this new season. So the big thing, if you know, maybe you don't, but the completion, 7-year cycles, there's a very powerful spiritual significance with the number 7, right? We have 7 chakras. We see 7 holding deep spiritual significance across cultures and belief systems. And it's a number that often represents completion and introspection and spiritual awakening. And it's just really important for us to recognize that our lives are often divided into these 7-year cycles, because these cycles each are bringing its unique set of lessons and challenges and growth opportunities that is preparing us for what's in store. So the best way to really understand these 7-year cycles is like see it as a natural checkpoint that offers us this opportunity to really review and reassess and realign with our true purpose. And we all know that's so much of the energy of retrogrades, is to reevaluate and to reassess and to realign and revisit, right? We're going through so much of this energy right now. And as we just closed out a 7-year cycle, and at the end of every 7-year cycle, again, it's just this beautiful opportunity for us to really accept and receive the gift of reflection, to really use this opportunity to see how far we've come, and for us to really prepare for the journey that's ahead of us. So I know for me, I've just been super emotional. Today, I was crying. I woke up crying from a dream that I was at Burning Man. Because it's been so long since I've been at Burning Man, and I've missed it so much. And I've just been really emotional and really in my feelings, journaling and reflecting. And this morning, just really giving myself permission to give myself time for myself. And I want to share that with you, because there's a lot going on, and we're navigating through a truly a huge, not just a spiritual war, but we're navigating through a consciousness war too, with everything that's going on in the Middle East. We're navigating here in the States. We're navigating through this really wild election season that's just been a total shit show. America's Pluto return. There's so much craziness happening. And we're also, Pluto's in retrograde right now, but we're clearing out the last of this, Pluto and Pisces crap that, again, we're closing out this cycle. We're on our way to move into this Pluto Aquarius season. And there's just so much change happening. And again, the best analogy that I've been coming up with lately is like all of the crap and all of the shit that's been coming up that we've had to navigate through. See it as like a pimple coming up to the surface that's ready to be popped, right? Like all of this crap that has been underground, or all these old systems and corruption and outdated ways of doing things, all of it is coming up to this surface to be alchemized, healed, transmuted, addressed. And unfortunately, we can't bypass this anymore. And it's up to us to be in our sovereignty and really do something about it. So I just really want you to make sure that during this season and this time, you are truly taking care of yourself and honoring your mental health and well-being, because if you're not, who's going to do it for you, right? And so when we reflect back on the 2017 total eclipse cycle, you have to recognize that it was period that invited us and initiated us to really dive in deeper, to do that inner work. And many of us face challenges, made these significant changes. And, ultimately we evolved from this. And 7 years later, we've reached the culmination of that cycle. This was more than just a celestial event. This was the ultimate cosmic reset because it ushered in this period of transformation that many of us really felt on a personal level and on a collective level, which is why it was so gnarly and so intense. And, I've been reflecting a lot about this when I witnessed that solar eclipse, and I felt a lot of darkness happening, not just at the festival I was at, but within myself, within the collective, and just the overall humanity, right? And, I could have taken that leap to embark on this journey with my beloved, but I heard the divine say not yet, because I knew during that time it was important for me to clean up my shit, to take responsibility, to heal so that I can create and be that solid foundation, not just for my divine partnership, but for my career, for my life, for all of my relationships, for my wealth, anything, my health, anything you can think of that I knew what was actually in alignment with my divine truth. All of that had to be addressed. And that's what for me really came up during that total eclipse, and what the past 7 years of this really gnarly dark night of the soul ego death journey I've been navigating through. Because you have to recognize that since that eclipse and over the past 7 years, we've really been on a journey of self-discovery where we've been healing our old wounds and releasing what no longer serves us and stepping into our true selves. I mean, the pandemic, for instance, was that initiation for us to honor and reflect and be in isolation so that we couldn't be distracted and we can really go within and to get radically honest with ourselves on what's working, what isn't. But I don't know about you. Anyone I talk to is like, well, I feel like I've lived 5 different lives since 2020. It has been a wild, wild decade thus far. And so all I know is that as we're in this journey of really, and we've completed, I mean, there's always a period of integration, which I do feel like we're going to be really navigating throughout the rest of this year, because again, so many of these planets are retrograding and there's so much change happening. But as this 7-year cycle comes to completion, you have to recognize that we're standing at this threshold of a new beginning. And it's really a powerful time to honor the journey we've been on, to acknowledge the growth we've experienced, and to really embrace the changes that have occurred. Because as we do so, and we take that time to really go within and to cultivate that space for us to, again, get radically honest and to reflect and to honor how far we've come, this is the opportunity for us to really align ourselves with the rhythm of the universe so that we can move forward with clarity and intention and purpose. Again, you found your way here. It's not an accident. My mission here is to help you activate your legacy. I'm here to help sovereign leaders activate their legacy. And the way that we do that is by us becoming our authentic, true selves. And so, question is, are you giving yourself the time and space to really reflect on how far you've come and to honor that and to acknowledge that within yourself? Because if you're not doing that, how do you expect to receive that from other people? So essentially, I just want you to recognize that as we really step into this new cycle, practice gratitude for the lessons that you've learned and be excited and stay in that love and that space of excitement for what lies ahead. And I don't know about you, but we have to be patient. There's a thing called divine timing, and all of this is unfolding exactly as it should. Honor the journey, trust the process, and if you can't see it, this is the opportunity for you to walk by faith and not by sight. And I know I'm working on that myself, so I'm sharing this as a message for myself as well, because things are working behind the scenes even if we can't see it. It takes time for the 3D to catch up. You have to remember that. It takes time for the physical to be birthed, right? Like think of a baby. It takes 9 months for a baby to be born. When you plant a seed, it takes time for that sprout to come to then create the tree to then bear fruit. There's timing. We have to recognize this timing and recognize that the things that we're calling in, they're not in our lives just yet because maybe we're not ready, or the thing that we're calling in still needs to mature. It still needs to grow before it can be birthed, before it can come into our lives, before it can be received by us, right? So I just really want you to use the rest of this month, really, and just cultivate the time to set new intentions and to dream bigger and to trust in the unfolding of your unique path, okay? The energy of 7-year cycles is really the invitation for us to be present and to honor our evolution and to really continue our journey with this sense of renewed purpose, okay? So we're at the cusp of this new chapter. Question is, are you honoring what you've completed? Go back to where you were in 2017, in August 2017, and give yourself permission to honor how far you've come, okay? Are you doing that? Have you done that? Are you proud of yourself for doing that? I know I am. Shit, like I look back on 2017 to where I am now, and I'm a completely different person. But this is, again, what that eclipse brought us was the beginning of a profound 7-year journey of transformation, reflection, and growth. And that's what these last 7 years have been, right? Eclipses, when we go through them, they are these cosmic checkpoints that shake us up to realign us with our true path, right? So you've evolved because you've done that work, you've faced your challenges, you've made changes, you've completed this cycle. So now what? When you reflect on how far you've come and how you've transformed and the lessons you've learned and the strength you've gained, this is the opportunity for you to take all of that with this new direction with where you're pivoting. I'm going to share a video after this one talking about what happens when we pivot, because I know for me personally, I'm navigating through that right now as I'm pivoting into real estate from brand strategy work. For me, I was like, I don't want to be on my computer on my phone as much, and I need to interact with people in the flesh again rather than everything being on the computer. That was something that was really important for me. Plus, I'm also 35 now, and I'm preparing for who I want to be when I'm a mother and a wife. And so I'm starting to act as if and taking those pivots and changes. And so maybe your story is similar. I don't know. But a lot of people I know right now are really pivoting and moving, changing careers. You know, there's a lot of change that's happening that we're all navigating through. And so when you give yourself permission to really acknowledge this milestone of the 7-year cycle completing, we allow ourselves the opportunity to be open to new possibilities so that we can embrace this next phase with this clarity and this intention and, again, this purpose. So my prayer for you is that, again, you honor the journey and trust the process, and that you take a moment to celebrate your growth and to honor the experiences that shaped you and set your intentions for the future and start taking the initiative to hone in on that blessed up version of you. What are their actions? Who are the people they surround themselves with? What are their habits? How are they eating? How are they taking care of themselves? How are they talking to themselves? How are they nourishing their mental health, their spiritual health, their emotional health, their physical health? Who is that version of you? Start becoming them today. This is the opportunity for you to step into your power and to really align with your highest self. So my prayer for you is that you just move forward with gratitude and know that the next cycle is not only going to be transformational, but it's going to exceed your expectations. The key here is to get out of your way, surrender, let God take the lead, and to follow that divine guidance so that you can really be ready for what's in store, for what's waiting for you. If you need help or support, make sure that you check out the other videos on this channel. You can also check out my program, Thrive. It's a self-study program that will help you go from surviving to thriving and will help you have deep, deep, deep transformation. And you can check that out also by visiting the link below. But I want to hear in the comments how you're feeling lately and how you've noticed yourself shift in the last 7 years since the total solar eclipse that we had in 2017. But again, thank you so much for liking this video and for subscribing to this channel, and share this with someone if you got something out of it and help. And you know, your support really helps make the channel grow, and it gives me that, like, okay, that motivation, like, okay, they're here with me, they're enjoying what I'm sharing. And that gives me the motivation to keep creating. I've been really discerning on where I bring my energy lately, and really only bringing myself to situations and places where I feel valued and seen and respected. And, you know, this is the projector in me, but I'm being very discerning on where my energy is. And so I really wanted to share this video because I believe, you know, we're going through this for a reason. And I just really want you to know you're not alone. So again, thank you so much. Take the time to honor you, and we'll be seeing you next time. Take care.